All right, everyone out there, it is time to finish DSP versus the Internet, the weekly clips react show here on DSP Reacts for May 27th, 2023. And for the first time ever, we may actually finish all the clips this week. We're actually moving good time this week, and we're going to watch some more here in the final part. Remember, if you'd like to be the people who nominate these clips next week, please become a member. And Ultra members are guaranteed to have their videos watched. Those are the ones we watched first this week, while standard members will be competing to get their video watched. Thanks for your support. Let's continue. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Donkey Kong Country. Our love is stronger than a golden banana. Here we go.
Come on, Candy. I'll take you home.
All right. You're still my little love monkey.
What in the hell is this? What in the hell? Is this real? She's singing? This is real?
I know there's no other rape that could take your place.
I can't tell if this is real or if this is a parody. Is this a real show?
I can't believe you feel the
Donkey
way
Kong
that you
is
do.
singing? What?
Your love is like a dream come
What
true.
the hell is this?
You are
The
sun
Donkey Kong
warming
R&B.
up my day.
This is, I can't
Take
believe
my
this is
hand
real.
and everything's okay.
Why is K. Rool now swaying to the song?
I see bananas when I look in your eyes. I'd shower you with coconut cream pie.
No, this can't be real. Did you hear what he just said? There is no way this is real. Did you hear what he just said? This is not real. No, I don't believe this is, no. There's absolutely positively no way this is a real show. A kid's show? He says he's going to give his girlfriend coconut cream pies? No. No. Oh, by the way, guys, can you believe I have to skip it? I have to skip it. It says this is copywritten. I'm serious. I just got hit with a copyright. So I had to skip it. I couldn't continue. That sucks. I want to hear the rest of it. Dude, there is no way that's real, though. There's no way. There's absolutely positively no way. I don't believe that. Not with that lyric. That lyric sealed the deal for me that was fake. So, anyway. Yeah, copyright. We can't continue. Alright, so what is this? The repeated failures of the Silverhawks, Thundercats, but birds. I saw some of the Silverhawks. And in fact, I remember they used to have toys in the store. But I never was into it. I didn't understand it. I was into Thundercats. I was into He-Man, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Transformers, later on Ninja Turtles. But I never got the Silverhawks. It was always really weird. Ronnie Blaze says, no, it's real. It was the Donkey Kong Country show from 1997 to 2000, and it lasted 2 seasons. How the hell did he just say? Did you hear what he said? You heard what he said in the lyrics of it. That's absolutely disgusting to have it on a kid's show. Anyway.
Nothing succeeds like something that has already succeeded. There's less risk, less effort, and a built-in audience that's ready to take a familiar ride. If you like superhero cat people from space, you're probably gonna like superhero bird people from space. Get ready to be serviced because it's the thing you already like in a different package. Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and this is the history of Silverhawks.
And this is relatively new, only 9 days ago. Interesting. Let's fast forward through his plugs. He has a lot of them. Okay.
Of the story to update the record
See you later,
and include
Derek.
developments that have occurred since. I can assure you that this is more than just the same thing, but slightly different. Silverhawks is an animated series produced by Rankin Bass Entertainment that ran 1 season of 65 episodes from September to December of 1986. It is a companion series to Rankin Bass's Thundercats, which began airing 1 year earlier. A second team of alien superheroes to fight the battle for kids' attention. Deep in space, outer space, in a galaxy called Limbo, there exists a prison so large it occupies an entire planet, full of criminals kept in check by an intergalactic team of law enforcement specialists called Silverhawks. Technically, they're a vigilante superhero force, but they are led by a guy who is actually an ex-cop. A long time ago, Commander Stargazer had part of his body cybernetically altered to withstand the rigors of intergalactic space travel. Squishy human guts need to be left behind.
She turned into a cyborg.
Becoming a cyborg is a testament to Stargazer's commitment to find and imprison Monstar, the worst criminal mob boss of all
Monstar,
the
a little
galaxies.
generic.
The only mistake Stargazer made after imprisoning Monstar was preventing Monstar from being exposed to the rays of the Moonstar, which allowed Monstar to change from Monstar into Monstar. Monstar breaks out of the prison planet, sets up a new base spitting distance from the Moonstar, and proceeds to get his old gang back together to take out Stargazer and his orbiting Tower of Justice. Hawkhaven once and for all.
Yeah, absolutely right. This totally looks like Thundercats. Like Monstar is Mumra. Mumra transforms from being a decrepit mummy into a big roided guy. He has a band of, you know, henchmen just like this. It's almost exactly the same show, except it's in space, right? Ronnie Blaze says the Donkey Kong animations were spot on. Sadly, that's the show. I don't remember that episode, though.
Stargazer knows he's getting too old for this shit, so he places an order to Earth for a new batch of Silverhawks. Quicksilver leads the team, assisted by Tallyhawk, a partly metal, partly bird service animal that provides him with the ability to see things beyond the capability of his own senses.
How do you fly in space when there's no air?
Beyond sight, if you will.
Right?
Fraternal twins Steel Will and Steel Heart are the muscle and mechanical experts
what are you
of the
gliding
group.
on?
Bluegrass is the cowboy
now they're gliding on
electric
air,
guitar laser shooting pilot of the Silverhawk spaceship, the Mirage. And Copper Kid is
What
the
the
youngest
fuck is
and
that?
the smartest and totally incapable of
A
speaking
space
in anything
cowboy.
other than whistles and clicks. The future of law enforcement is here, and it's the Silverhawks.
Wow.
In 1980, Ronald Reagan was elected president of the United States. One of the first things he did was appoint Mark Fowler as the chair of the Federal Communications Commission. Together, they worked to repeal regulations on children's television enacted during the 1970s to protect kids from direct marketing.
That's why the toy tie-ins happened.
Morning, afternoon, and weekend programming aimed directly at influencing children's ability to influence their parents' buying habits. A constant stream of 22-minute commercials for toys and other licensed merchandise, with additional commercials for everything from cereal to hamburgers filling in the rest of the space.
It was crazy because it was actually surmised that there were actually characters added to kid shows, and they would only show up for like an episode or two. And it was actually surmised it was only done so they could sell more toys. So they would the character would show up for one episode, and then they'd sell the toy of that character. It was funny because they're actually right, like Ninja Turtles. I remember the frogs. I forget what they're called, but there's like Napoleon Bona Frog and all of them. They're in like 2 episodes of Ninja Turtles ever. But the toys, I had the toys. I had the frogs. I absolutely did.
Rankin Bass, a television producer with work dating back to the 1960s, was already
Rankin
working
Bass
in the
classics,
children's
man.
television space. They were synonymous with family entertainment, having produced 2 decades worth of stop-motion holiday specials and adaptations of both The Hobbit and Return of the King.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
Filmation kicked off the era with He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, but before long, every animation studio and toy company were fighting for access to kids' eyeballs.
Wow.
G.I. Joe, Transformers, Pac-Man,
What
Mr.
is that
T,
supposed to
Voltron,
be?
GoBots, Muppet Babies, Inspector Gadget, Rubit the Amazing Cube, Dungeons and Dragons, Rainbow Bright, Turbo Teen, Mighty Orbots, and
Oh my God, they did a
more.
ton of
Rankin
Saturday
Bass
morning
partnered
shit.
with writer and creator Ted Wolfe to develop an original series of their own. The result was Thundercats, a syndicated animated series that ran a total of 130 episodes, the first 65 of which aired from September to
It
December
did
of
insanely
1985.
good. I remember it was huge at the time. So here's Silverhawks.
Burger King presents Silverhawks
Burger King
Meal Packs
presents?
with a Monstar decoder ring or a Tallyhawk pencil topper or 2 other.
I want my
holiday
pencil
treasures.
topper
You
decoder
can pick
ring.
them
What a
all.
great toy for a kid.
Each Silverhawks meal pack is filled with a plain broiled burger or chicken tenders.
Oh, look at
a
those chicken
regular
tenders
order
from the
of crispy
1980s.
golden French fries.
They're completely different.
And a soft drink. Silverhawks meal packs while supplies last from Burger King.
Silverhawks.
Thundercats was accompanied by a line of action figures from LJN and a bunch of other licensed merchandise.
I had
A
those.
success
I had
marking
those
its
figures right
territory
there.
in a field-
Their eyes lit up. They really did. It was cool. It had a light inside. You had to have a battery in it, but it would light up when you pressed the button. I had both of those figures right there. Yep, Mumra
already
and
crammed with muscly
Lionel.
superheroes and monster-faced villains.
They did that too,
With
yes,
a
there was a
second
switch
season
to
in
make their arm
production,
go like
Rankin
that.
Bass set out to duplicate that success with a second series, hoping to capitalize on
Silverhawks. So anyway, fast forward a bit.
Wave 2 figures are harder to find today and command higher prices. The show passed so quickly that some items that were advertised, like the Hawkhaven playset, never went into production.
Oh, wow.
Silverhawks branding made it onto everything from puzzles to Play-Doh to bed sheets, Halloween costumes, and even pajamas with wings stitched under the armpits, just like the real Silverhawks as seen on TV.
Nice.
Marvel Comics was already home to cartoon.
I was just going to say that I knew for a fact they had a comic book because I remember seeing it at the time as well on newsstands. Silverhawks comic book in the 80s. I saw that in the store.
Inspired series like Transformers and G.I. Joe, Silverhawks landed at their Star Comics imprint with other toy brands like Care Bears, Ewoks, Madballs, Popples, Strawberry Shortcake, and
oh my God, the explosive first issue, Strawberry Shortcake and Thundercats crossover. There you go.
That's two different series. Strawberry Shortcake and Thundercats. Can you imagine?
Yeah,
Star Comics published 5 issues
really
before the title was moved to Marvel Comics proper for issues 6 and 7. At least one writer for the show, Steve Perry, also wrote for the comics. If you haven't had a chance to experience Silverhawks in the last 40 years, Warner Home Video released the first 32
look at
episodes
that.
on DVD in 2008.
What?
They
had a live action show? Oh my God.
Exclusive to the Warner's online store and Amazon.com.
Oh my
You can also purchase it digitally
God.
on various streaming services, including here on YouTube. Unlike Thundercats, Silverhawks never got a shot at a reboot.
Oh.
That said, Monstar did make a very brief cameo during an episode of the 2011 reboot of Thundercats.
He did?
Unfortunately, any potential Silverhawks spin-off or future appearances were contingent upon the success of Thundercats itself. Check out our video for the story behind that.
Yeah, that flopped. The Thundercats reboot flopped huge. Interesting. So they're saying that Monstar was actually in the freaking Thundercats reboot. All right, it was an interesting watch, but I think we've learned enough about the Silverhawks now. Let's move on. Not an NES game. I have no idea what we're looking at. Kellen and the Luth video game so low? What the hell is this? That's boring is what that is. Let's continue.
And remember, you're playing for Bloodline, lady. The boys are back in town.
These guys are good.
Who are you calling guys? Yeah.
Looks like you're in the finals.
Ma'am, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
So in 1994, that was supposed to be comedy, and oh, it's funny. Today, that would either be for real and serious, and they'd be like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine if people did that. Or they'd be like, oh, no, that's cancelable because you're making fun of people who actually are doing that, right? So what would it be? What do you guys think? Is that, if that commercial came out today, would that be, oh, that's actually acceptable because those are real people living that life? Or is that more, oh, that's making fun, and therefore it's incredibly offensive? How would that be? Canceled? Ronnie Blaze says it would be canceled. Michelle says that'd be funny. That was funny. A lot of people still think it's funny. Yes, the guys dressed up like women to try to win the tournament to get free Bud Light. The What's Up ad was better. What's up? It's funny, but it would still be canceled, says Ronnie Blaze. That was disgustingly offensive, says Raul. Of course it was. I'm offended. I don't know about you guys. I'm completely offended. I can't believe we even watched that. Whoever suggested that, you're a horrible person that you would suggest that we watch this outdated ad. Everyone knows that even though this ad was perfectly acceptable for 1994, to even watch it in 2023 is completely unacceptable, and we should all completely cancel Bud Light for having, actually, isn't Bud Light getting canceled for something completely different anyway? Never mind, I guess it doesn't matter. All right, let's continue.
We're this close to being on the ground.
Where am I? Culver City, California.
Keep an eye on this gentleman. Not seeing positive signs.
What's going on?
Leaving the cart there actually makes it harder for him to open his own door. And he's still doing it. All right. Line him up.
Oh, it's cart narcs. So, okay, so this is supposed to be... This was what we were going to watch, but it was a setup for another streamer who I didn't want to involve myself with because it was going to cause drama. So this is the real Cart Narcs channel. Okay, let's see what this is.
There you go. Sir, you left your cart right here. That's not how the cart goes. Pick it back to the cart corral area. Carts don't go right there. They go back where the cart returns are. There's one over there. See where that guy just came from? Or over there where I just came from over there? I just came from one. I'll show you where it is. I'm with the Cart Narcs.
That's great. That's great job.
And like, you're even blocking your own door from opening. You'd think you'd understand how that could block someone else's door from opening, right?
You work for that?
No, we're a highly trained. That's not our siren, by the way. That's an ambulance. We're a highly trained organization of narcs.
Narcotics, like drugs?
Hold on, wait for this ambulance to go by 1 moment, if you don't mind.
Well, this is ruining the video.
Quality
The
siren.
ambulance ruined the video. She can't even tell what's going on. It's too fucking
common
loud.
usage of it, like narking someone out, snitching on them.
Oh, okay.
Like, not narcotics, like,
snitch.
essentially, yes. So what we do,
That's great.
so we show people the error of their ways, and like that gentleman
You know
just...
what? I get up at 3, 4 this morning.
Uh-huh.
I've been working all day non-stop. I think they pay for a guy to do this every
Ah, see?
90% of the time I put it back. 99%.
But you're very tired right now, and it's causing an error in your judgment,
No,
lazy
you know
bones.
what? Go fuck yourself.
No, sorry, let me explain. Here, I got these, we have these bumper magnets for you. I'm gonna put it right here on the side of your truck. There you go.
What does it say?
It's got our hotline number on it, so you can call that for counseling about how not to be a lazy bone. Oh, what's going on? What are you doing, sir? Why are you approaching me?
Why am I approaching you?
Yes.
This is yours. Take it back.
No, it's got our number
Take
for
it
you.
back.
It's a present for you.
Take it
To
back.
teach you how to not be a lazy bones.
Take it back.
No, sir, you keep that.
Take it
My
back.
gift to you. Why are you...
He's gonna
it
beat
back.
his
Why are you
ass.
after me?
Because you're a fucking asshole.
I'm a nice guy, sir.
No, you're a fucking asshole.
Luckily, I have good blocking skills. I blocked your attack.
You're an asshole.
No, I'm a narc. Let me explain.
I don't give a shit what you are.
Yeah, you do, because you're running after me, trying to throw stuff at me, so clearly...
I don't care. What I care about is you. I have rights. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I know. And what I'm saying...
Leave me alone.
I'm having a small...
Leave me alone.
I'm trying to have a polite conversation, sir.
No, I don't want a polite. Leave.
Sir,
I'm calling the cops.
see, she's...
On her.
I'm a guy, actually. I'm a man.
Call the cops on him.
No,
Leave me alone.
No, I'm a nice guy. I'm having a polite conversation about how to be civil to your fellow customers.
How does this guy not get arrested yet? Because technically what he's doing could be considered public harassment. You know? First of all, he did touch the guy's car, and he is harassing the guy. Now, I'm not saying that the guy is in the right for leaving a cart out like that. I mean, obviously, yeah, it would be nice if everyone did the right thing, and it would actually stop a lot of property damage if people would return their carts properly. I always return my cart properly. But I don't see how this is not considered harassment, right?
Go fuck yourself.
The reason they had the cart corral, which we're at, by the way, we are right here at the cart corral. You could have brought it back by now. Is because...
I'm being told he's gone to court. He's not technically doing anything illegal. It's not illegal to touch a car.
Carts?
You walked over there. You could have put it there.
Well, sir, then you would have alerted
You
your...
are this close to being on the ground.
Why? I'm not on the ground at all, sir.
Leave me alone.
So I don't think you can...
Public shaming, maybe, but harassment, no. They could trespass him from the parking lot, but no. The moment that someone says to you, leave me alone, and you don't, that's harassment. It would be one thing, like everything he did up to the point where the guy said, leave me alone, I want nothing to do with you. Okay, but the moment the guy says to him, I want nothing to do with you, leave me alone. Now, if you continue down the path of involving this person in anything, that's harassment.
catch me, number one. Number two...
You know what? What, because I'm a fucking fat asshole?
No, sir, because
Is that what it is?
Because I'm highly trained in running. We train for this, because sometimes people get angry.
You know what? Go get the manager to...
Why?
Right now, go get him.
What for?
Because you're bugging me.
I'm not bugging you.
Come on, let's go.
Sir, I don't
Let's
want to.
go.
I don't want to go there. I want to have a polite conversation, and you hopefully.
I don't want a polite
I'm
conversation.
calling the cops, okay?
That's all.
I'm
No, you
here.
don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Leave me alone.
He didn't take his cart back. He's being very antsy about it. I don't know why. He's trying to get.
Because you're abusing me.
How? You know what abuse is, sir? I'm having a polite conversation.
No, you're not. When somebody says they don't want to talk to you, you turn around and walk away.
But sir, you caused.
You're following me.
No, sir, you chased me halfway through the parking lot first. Sir, you left your cart out where it's an obstruction to other customers. That's all we're talking about here, sir.
See, now he's following.
I call you fat. I'm a nice guy. We don't body shame.
I'm gonna get the manager.
What is he gonna do? Are you gonna tell him what you did?
Tell you to get off his fucking property.
Are you gonna tell him what you did with the cart, though, sir?
No, I will.
Okay, good, because I don't think they're gonna like that.
You work for. Sorry, I left my car. What? Tell him to leave me alone.
I'm just saying he shouldn't leave his cart right there. All I said.
Dude, I love your videos.
I love your videos. I know who you are.
And he couldn't even open his own door all the way. Now he's screaming at me and chasing me around the parking lot. I don't know why.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Cart Narcs are here to protect and serve. I'm gonna take his cart back for him.
I wonder if he actually got the police called on him for this one. This is over 3 years ago. Seems like this would have been one that they actually did call the police, right? Public space and freedom of speech was what they said when he went to court, but they did remind him that if the business asked him to leave, then get off the property right away. So there you go. Yeah, so it is basically a situation where it is a violation, but because it's private property, it's the responsibility of the person who owns the property to eject the person causing the harassment. And it's their prerogative if they do it or not. If this had happened on a city street, a public street, then it actually would be illegal. But they did it on private property. And because it's private property, it's up to the person who's in charge of the property to make that determination. That's what I think it is here. And you know what also? It's probably depends on where you're from as well, because different states have different laws in the United States. See, a lot of people don't know this if they watch this and they're not in the United States. Every state in the United States is different. They all have different laws about this stuff. In some states, I kid you not, the guy could have come out of his car, punched her right in the face, and walked away and been fine. And in other states, it's like, no, you can't do anything to defend yourself. And other states have all these different levels of it, okay? So I guess though it really depends. I have no idea where this took place, but every state is different.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey,
thanks a lot.
The manager wants to talk to you right now.
Sir, I'm afraid you. This man is trying to. He said he would be violent with me. I don't feel safe near him.
Wants to talk to you.
Well, he's okay. I don't want to talk to him. I'm leaving right now. We've achieved our mission.
You brought the shit out of me and now you're leaving.
No, all we did was we had a very polite conversation with you.
No, not a polite.
I was very calm, low.
Not a polite conversation.
How was I impolite? I didn't use any cuss words.
You.
What? I was very polite.
No,
I said.
You put something on my car. You had no right to do that.
It's okay. It was a. Sir,
you had no right to touch my car.
Sir, he's threatening. We don't want any kind of violence. He left his cart. Yeah, we're headed out. I'm sorry?
Do you have a business card?
We're with the Cart Narcs. You can find it. We have a Lazy Bones hotline. This has our phone number on it if you'd like.
All right. Yeah, because this is a private property.
Oh, no, I totally understand. Totally understand. I was just.
I don't want this to get escalated.
Oh, me neither. Me neither.
Really? Then why didn't you walk away when I asked you to?
Because you didn't understand what I was saying.
I speak English. I'm a cart narc.
Right.
You should have taken your cart and put it away. You should have done this.
And he has some excuse about waking up at 3 a.m.
You're a mean person.
I didn't say that at all, sir.
Can I get your information?
Yeah, there it is right there. Sorry, it's our phone number on it. And then it's got an email address there, too. If you
I can run faster than you. That's what you said.
Right, because he threatened to put me on the ground is what he said.
No, that was after you said that. You are this close to being on.
So now he's gonna replay stuff. So what ends up happening? He leaves. Wait, it continues?
Where are you going? I'm leaving like you asked.
No.
Wait, you told me to leave, and I'm leaving.
You're making a YouTube video.
No. What are you doing?
Are you making a video?
Sir, this is for my protection.
Are you making a video?
Sir, it's for our protection.
Are you making a video?
Sir, this is in case someone tries to hit us or something. This is, might be happening.
Are you making a video?
Sir, this is a body cam for our protection. Uh-oh.
He's chasing him.
The running skills. Okay. So far, so good. You're a pretty fast runner, sir. What?
You know, there's a lot of things you can do during the day. That is unconscionable what you're doing.
Well, what's unconscionable is to leave your cart block in someone else's spot.
You're videotaping me, right?
Because sometimes people will lie.
Lie?
Like what you said to the store manager, so we need to have video evidence.
Lie?
Well, look, you mixed up the timeline a little bit. Not a big.
Putting that on YouTube.
Sir, it's not important.
I mean, no, this is...
So he basically makes content out of all of this. What he's doing is he's baiting people into acting badly for content. That's exactly what this is. This is baiting someone into behaving badly for content. That's 1,000,000% what this guy does. And it's sad because, you know, a normal person probably would react this way. I hate to say it, right? Really, it probably would be like this is exactly how you would behave. A normal person's like, why are you harassing me? Why are you doing this to me? Right? But, like, the best way to approach this situation, if anyone is trying to harass you in real life, it's this simple. You say, I don't know who you are. I'm considering this harassment. I'm going to leave the situation, and if you continue to follow or bother me, I will call the police. And that's literally, that's the end of it. That's the end of the conversation. You say nothing else, you're done. Because anything else you say can be used against you. But if you make it as clear-cut as possible, this guy would have been totally in the right if he got out of the car and said, listen, I don't know who you are. You just put this on my car. I don't want it. Take it back. You throw it on the ground, whatever. I'm leaving. Don't follow me. I don't give you permission to use any of this content for anything. And if, you continue to harass me, I will call the police. And that's it. And then it would have been all right. Right? But this guy obviously had no right to chase the guy, to threaten the guy. He had no right to do that. But again, why did that happen? Because the guy bothered him first. So 1,000,000%, this is creating a situation for personal benefit. It's creating a stressful, harassing situation to have a channel where he can make millions of views. For what, right? That's crazy. And of course, I'm sure this is very popular on YouTube, and this guy makes billions of dollars doing this, I'm sure, right? I'm sure. He's got 2.9 million views on this video, right? I don't know. It's messed up to me because obviously I would never want to be harassed in real life. And if someone did this, I'd be like, all right, you got me with the cart. However, I'm out of here. Leave me alone. Goodbye. Right? All right. Let's continue. We have time for at least 1 or 2 more videos. Batman. Oh my god, is that freaking, yeah. What do you call it? Mad Max. What the hell is that, Baby Driver? That's bait. Power-up's bait. Pee Wee Herman, yes, Pee Wee Herman on his bike, that's nice. Oh my god, it's freaking, Jurassic Park. Blues Brothers, this is like clips from everything. Like every movie put together here. Oh my god, Judge Dredd. I don't even know what the hell this is. What the fuck is that? I like the Blues Brothers. Oh my god, it's freaking a Dumb and Dumber. Yes, now Indy and his dad, of course. They're invincible. The guys from Hot Fuzz. Very nice. Even Mission Impossible's in on it. Willow, I'll see you later. The T-1000! Oh my god, freaking Jamaican bobsled. Jamaican bobsled team, cool runnings, man. Yes, they still finished. Even though they fell off their sled, they still finished. That was pretty good. It was very short. It was pretty good. I like that. That was entertaining.
It's hard to deny how big of a platform YouTube is. With 500 hours worth of video uploaded every minute worldwide, that leaves you with a lot of content to consume.
Unsettling terminated YouTube channels. All right, let's get right to one because we're almost out of time. Let's get right to one. Camzista.
Alongside his group of buddies, whom he called Squad. The majority of his content would come from his second channel, which went by the name of Camus. On this channel, you would find a plethora of content that was pretty similar to most of the uber popular vlogging channels that were out there. You know the ones, crazy challenges that are so outlandishly absurd that it would make for a great video, or just standard vlogging with high energy and intensity to keep the viewers engaged. Well, Camzista apparently went a little too far in his challenges because a challenge video would be uploaded that raised all sorts of controversy. It's been reported that in the video, Camzista and his squad were coming up with a set of challenges for a person that had a mental disability.
That's not
Some
good.
of the challenges included eating cat litter, swimming in sewage, jumping from the balcony into a garbage bin, and even breaking bricks over his own head. While at the time of filming, the squad wasn't aware of the person's disability, it was made very clear to the public after a few days. Camzista claimed that he had no idea this person was mentally disabled at the time of filming, and he even said that he wasn't going to apologize for what he had done. He claims that he didn't force the person to do anything and that it was all on his own. It didn't warrant any type of apology. This didn't sit well with numerous creators, and many were outspoken about disavowing the actions of Camzista and his squad. Commenters shared their thoughts about Camzista in a Eudoxia Mysteries video. You forgot to add that Camzista had a court sentence, probably forbidding him to show his image on the internet. He also had a sentence for beating a 66-year-old guy.
What the hell, is that true?
As someone from Poland, I'm really glad you talked about Camzista. Most Polish YouTubers and other people have been trying to get him out of YouTube for years. He did a lot of f***ed up stuff. So, while getting him arrested was a small victory, even though it should have been done sooner.
So he got arrested for it, huh?
Camzista would eventually be arrested and put in jail for his actions.
Oh, wow.
While I couldn't find exact court information in regards to his arrest, it has been cited from youtube.fandom.com that he, quote, was remanded for 5.5 months, his first hearing was in September, and second at the beginning of October. The third is planned to be in November. His main channel, Camzista, and second channel, Chemis, would be terminated for violating YouTube's terms of service. It's also been alleged, again, alleged, by a commenter in the same Eudoxia Mysteries video that, quote, he hit an older man who defended a cashier Camzista tried to prank in the face, and that man died as a result.
That's
Again, I
some
couldn't
serious
find any
business
public
right
court
there.
information about this case, so for any of my Polish viewers out there, feel free to let me know and just get in here and set the record straight about any of this stuff. This absolutely seems...
This one, OnlyUseMeBlade, you guys have referenced in my content, and I don't know anything about him. I want to watch this, but this will be the end. Let's see this one. Because I don't know anything about this guy besides he had involvement with Keemstar at one point.
I implore you to look into some other videos as well for supplemental knowledge, because I promise you, I will only be grazing the top of the iceberg on this one. OnlyUseMeBlade would join YouTube on March 24th of 2009. With Call of Duty gameplay booming at the time, he decided to join in on the fun with a very unique gameplay style. As his name suggests, he would only use his knife when attacking opponents in the game. This very odd playstyle caused many people to gain interest in his videos. So many people, in fact, that he would reach 30,000 subscribers around January 6th of 2010, and amass tens of thousands of views per video. Many people praised Blade for his wacky playstyle, saying that, quote, he was the best knifer, and that his style was so fun they decided to copy it. His channel was only going up from there after many popular collaborations, one such YouTuber being CNanners. These collaborations would often contain what is called a dual commentary, where both of the respected YouTubers would give their commentary as the game went on. It wouldn't be long after these collaborations that he would run into a content creator by the name of Keemstar. They would meet at a Call of Duty Black Ops tournament that had many notable Call of Duty figures at the time. Some notable people being Whiteboy 7th Street, X-Jaws, and Wings of Redemption. After what seemed like a spark between the two, they would become close friends and even start a podcast by the name of Bad Kid Show. They would also do a bunch of videos in real life together. Their friendship would diminish though in around 2019 after a flurry of accusations, controversies, and other drama. In 2014, Blade would begin streaming and doing what was called drinking streams. Essentially, it was him getting absolutely hammered while live to his audience.
Oh my god.
It really wasn't anything deeper than that. This change of pace in his content would ultimately lead to his downfall. It became very clear in time that Blade began to suffer from alcoholism. He was always slurring his speech in his streams, and coupled with these drinking streams, it wasn't looking good for the guy. On top of his drinking problem, he also couldn't keep his hands to himself. While I won't be showing any footage of these incidents, Blade has been captured on camera multiple times, running his hands along women without their consent.
Oh my God, he's
this
a
groping
fucking
was
disgusting
obviously frowned
creep.
upon by many. Now, obviously, there's two paths that you can pick in this scenario. One, own up to it and apologize, or two, double down. I want you to take a guess on what Blade did. Have a listen.
I just have a lot of love to give. So if some random ugly whore bitch gets groped, she gets groped. Accept it. You should be welcome, whore.
And look at you can't really see it because I'm blocking it with my camera. Buying an RV hype, $2,281.77 raised. So people gave him thousands of dollars to buy an RV, and this is the behavior he had on the internet, and they fucking rewarded it basically. How nice.
You should be welcome, whore. Seriously, you should be honored that I would ever grope you.
Wow. He really just came out and said that. Okay. His actions and behavior wouldn't get any better. In 2019, he was invited to do an RV stream trip. It should have been nothing more than that, just a simple RV stream, but of course, it only gets worse. Of course it does. Blade, while intoxicated, began to push around a streamer by the name of Baked Alaska. Baked Alaska was getting very fed up with Blade's antics and eventually took matters into his own hands. Here is what went down.
You beat his ass?
Why you touch me like that? There we go. You just spilled on my phone and you touch me like that? You want to get up? Oh shit, hey. No, you grabbed me, bro. It was friends. I did. There we go. You better fucking watch yourself. Bro. You got a piece of
Am I not nice to you, dude?
You're big fucking asshole. You spilled Jaeger on my phone, and then you grabbed me and started pressing
me on the phone, dude.
This entire RV trip seems like an absolute mess from the get-go, but the thing that really ties everything together is an incident that involves another streamer by the name of Gucci's. While Blade was sitting next to another streamer, he inquires about whether he should go to the back of the RV and have intercourse with the blacked-out woman in the back.
Oh my
the
God.
streamer being Gucci's.
Can I go have sex with Gucci's real quick? Is that allowed? Hi guys, I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
Gucci's would eventually report Blade, and he would be removed from the RV and the trip entirely. About a year after the incident, Gucci's would also confirm these allegations of rape, but stated that she just never followed through with the case.
Why not? You should have.
Like, he never got charged just because, like, it didn't happen. No, it actually did happen. I just didn't fucking charge him.
Should have. Fuck him.
Like, what the f?
There's also footage of him throwing a dog on stream. Overall, Blade was just on a downward spiral that never seemed to let up. Addicted to alcohol, rapey vibes towards many of the women in his life, and an animal abuser. Blade went from being on top with his YouTube career all the way down to a sad, lost alcoholic that essentially has a fan base paying to see him die every time he flips on the camera.
Yeah, exactly right.
On November 11th of 2020, OnlyUseMeBlade got banned after being accused of assault, racism, and spam donations. The 24-hour cam channel got banned, and then his main channel linked to it was banned.
That's it. Oh, I thought there was more to it. Didn't he at one point, didn't someone say that, like, he lost a limb? Like, his alcoholism got so bad they had to have something amputated or something crazy like that? That's what I heard anyway. Anyway. Alright, well, yikes. Guys, that is it for DSP versus the Internet for this week. I hope that you enjoyed. He lost his big toe. I hope that you enjoyed the show. I shouldn't have asked. Thanks for watching. As always, good variety this week for sure. And thank you to all the members. We almost got through every video. In fact, I think we only had, like, literally 3 videos we didn't get to at the end here. So we're getting to the point where actually people are getting all their stuff watched. Yeah, look, here we were. There was only like maybe 6 videos left that we didn't get to. Not bad. If you would like to be part of the fun next week, please consider becoming a channel member. if you watched this series and you enjoyed it this week, over the course of the week when it went live, if you could like the videos and leave comments for engagement, that would be amazing. And as always, I'll see you next time. Next week's show actually will not be live on a Wednesday, or excuse me, wow. Next week's show will not be live on a Saturday. It'll be live on a Sunday. So that's the first time we're actually really doing that. But it should be great. I hope that you guys will join me next time. Thank you all again, and peace out. Until next time.